Small stories often convey profound truths, and a small idea can have a big impact. Promise me that as you watch, you'll ponder with a sincere heart. In a small town, there lived a young man named Jack. Born into a poor family, the weight of life made him feel like he could never escape the shackles of fate. Whenever he saw people around him dressed in finery and succeeding in their careers, he felt inferior and believed he could never fit into their world. Jack's daily life felt like an endless struggle. He constantly tried to please others and do things they liked in exchange for their recognition and praise. However, no matter how hard he tried, he always felt unsatisfied and empty inside. Until one day, he met an old man known as the Wise One, Mr. Ade. Mr. Ade lived in the mountains outside the town, leading a peaceful life alone. People said that Mr. Ade was wise and serene, knowing how to face all the difficulties in life as if he had spent his entire life reconciling with fate. Jack decided to seek him out, hoping to gain some guidance on life. Jack finally found Mr. Ade, full of anticipation. He asked,
"Mr. Ade, I've been trying to please others and gain their approval. But no matter what I do, I still feel unhappy. How can I find true happiness?"
Do you know that true happiness comes from being yourself courageously, not catering to others' expectations? You've given your entire life to the evaluations of others, never giving yourself a space of freedom.
But I'm afraid others won't like me, afraid of being rejected. If I don't cater to them, they'll hate me or even abandon me.
That's what you're afraid of, but you should know that being hated is not dreadful. What's truly dreadful is losing the courage to be yourself to please others. You must learn that it doesn't matter how others see you, what matters is whether you're willing to live for yourself. You have the power to choose your life, don't let others' opinions bind you. Be daring to be yourself, even if it means some people will hate you.
In the following days, Jack began to ponder deeply on Mr. Ade's words. He realized he had been avoiding responsibility and blaming everything on external circumstances: poverty, family, societal pressure, and even others' perspectives. However, Mr. Ade told him,
"True freedom is not being unshackled but acknowledging and taking responsibility for your choices. You chose who you are today and can choose who you want to be tomorrow."
So how should I start changing?
Start with your attitude towards life. You can't control others' actions and opinions, but you can control your choices. You don't need anyone's permission to pursue the life you truly want.
Jack finally understood that his predicament wasn't the fault of the outside world, but his own avoidance of responsibility and lack of courage to choose his path. He decided from that moment to take responsibility for his life and redefine his goals and direction. As time passed, Jack gradually realized that the core of interpersonal relationships is not receiving rewards but how to contribute value to others. In the past, he always worried about whether others liked him or would give something back, but this way of thinking kept him trapped in self-doubt and anxiety. Mr. Ade told him, "True relationships are based on mutual contribution, not taking. No matter what you do, don't base your happiness on others' evaluations. Learn to contribute to others, and you'll find yourself happier and attracting people who truly understand you." Jack began to interact with people around him with this new mindset. He no longer catered to them or overly focused on their opinions but concentrated on how to help and support others. Gradually, he found his interpersonal relationships becoming more sincere, and he no longer felt lonely inside. One day, Jack talked to Mr. Ade about his contradictions with his parents. He felt he couldn't escape their expectations and always felt their anticipation was a burden in his life. Mr. Ade told him,
"You need to learn task separation. Your parents have their tasks and responsibilities, and you have yours. You can't control their thoughts, but you can choose how to respond to their expectations. Learn to distinguish your responsibilities and respect others' choices, so you can live your life with ease.
These words opened Jack's eyes. He no longer tried to change his parents' thoughts or let their expectations dictate his life. He understood that only by taking responsibility for himself could he truly master his destiny. As time went by, Jack gradually grew from an insecure and confused young man into one who dared to choose his own path. He learned to bravely face his fears and insecurities, daring to challenge the difficulties in life. He was no longer afraid of being hated or relying on others' evaluations to determine his value. Most importantly, he found his purpose in life and bravely pursued his own happiness. When Mr. Ade met Jack for the last time, he gave him a saying,
"Life has no standard answers, only you can choose. Dare to live for yourself, to embrace every challenge in life."
Thank you all for watching and supporting. If you enjoyed this story and found it inspiring, please give it a like. If you want to see more stories, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.